Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Peter Barber. I'm a professional singer and music producer, and today we are back with a very exciting project. This is Manav Sharma's cover of Zero to Hero, very intensely featuring the Bass Gang. Really fun project. I mean, Hercules is probably my favorite Disney movie. The music is absolutely incredible. The recording part of this was really fun. The editing part of this was fun. Shooting the video was really fun. This has just been start to finish such a fun project. So big shout out to Manav for putting this amazing piece together. I'm really excited to see the video. He and Marwan have been working on it. Manav did pretty much everything. Marwan just helped a little bit towards the end. They're very proud of it. I'm extremely excited to watch it for the first time. So I will actually watch it all the way through before going back to do analysis. I like to do that for the videos I'm actually in. And guys, this is part of my new series, kind of doing double or triple features for bass singers. So this will be the first part in this video, and I actually haven't recorded the next parts yet, so we'll see what comes next. But yeah, stick around. This is going to be a nice long video for you guys, and it is starting with Zero to Hero.
My soul, Hercules on a roll. Person of the week in every Greek opinion poll. What a pro, Herc could stop a show. Born a man, a monster, and you're talking SRO. He was no one, now he's a hot shot. He's a hero. He was a kid with his act down pat. Zero to hero, with no time flat. Zero to hero, just like that. With his smile, the girls went wild. Left his face on every vase, on every bar. From appearance fees and royalties, on her get cash to burn. Now new
Oh my God.
Famous, he could tell you what the Grecians earn. Say amen, there he goes again. Sweet and undefeated and awesome 10 for 10. Folks lined up just to watch him flex. And this perfect package packed a pair of pretty pecs. Up he comes, he sees, he conquers. Honey crowds with God bunkers. He shows them Marchi, brains and spunk. Zero to hero, down a major hunk. Zero to hero, and who the fuck? Oh, who put the gladiator? Who staked the dog great theater? Is he bold? No, it's great. Is he sweet? My favorite flavor. My man. Soul, Herc was on a roll, undefeated, riding high. The nicest guy, not conceded. He wasn't nothing. Zero. Now he's a hot shot. He applies at breakneck speed. From zero to hero. Herc is a hero. Now he's a hero. No. Yes, indeed.
Oh my God. That's so good. Manav, are you kidding me? Usually the first time I watch a music video, I try not to get my expectations too high. And so usually I'm watching like a statue a little bit, and then I go back and start to appreciate everything more and more as I do the analysis. I am all in for every part of this. I know it was showing on my face and all this nonsense coming out of my eyes because I'm so happy about it. 10 out of 10. This is so, this perfectly encapsulates this song. This perfectly encapsulates how much fun it was to record. I'm speechless. This is so incredible. Okay, so just a little background. Manav reached out to the bass gang. Like, I think he first talked about this when we were all together in the Czech Republic about like possibly doing a song together. Like, yeah, okay, cool. And then time goes by, and then eventually he gets it together, sends out the demo. Super fun. We're all in. And, you know, months continue to go by, and eventually we get all our parts to him. He spent a lot of time mixing and editing and getting the song mastered. And then the video shoot took a few weeks or, a while after the master's done, as usual, to finally come together. But here we are, like a year probably after Manav first brought this idea to us. Couldn't be prouder of it. Let's go through and I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on musically and in the video as well, which is just so good. So we're doing F minor here. Big bass drone, and then big gospel-y belting. The whole soundtrack is very gospel-based, and this song for sure is no exception to that. So there's a lot of gospel elements in here. I am wearing a curtain. I did not have I think someone else is wearing a curtain as well. So literally took a black curtain that I had left over from getting the house furnished and covered it around my head. So that's a curtain you're seeing around me here. Now I'm blurry right here. I don't know where else I am, but here's my one clear image. Thankfully I'm blurry. You can't tell it's a curtain. It looks pretty convincing, but that's what's up. What I like about this section is it's a little bit out of time. It's like we have the drone going, and when you have a drone, you can be a little bit more free with the leads and other harmonies and stuff. So Hercules, like those are not in a set time, which made them a little tricky to both record, to get the timing right with Manav's demo, and to do the video for, because there's no like click track for it. You just kind of have to feel it. But really cool section to open us up. I'm trying to think now. I've been listening to this version so much. I can't remember how the intro is to the original, but I don't think this is here at all. I think this is I think Manav created this intro entirely. And then it goes into the kind of meat of the song. Slow C there. This is so good. This is like a show from the 70s or 80s when they're introducing the characters. And Manav had when he first sent us the video document for this, it was really complicated. Like too much to do, but he brought it down to the perfect amount of bits that we could do to add to this video. And this is one of the bits that I think is just brilliant. I mean, really, they're all so creative. But this is one really funny one. So we have starring everybody as Hercules, and the guidelines for the attire was basically like summer clothes. So I'm wearing like my this white t-shirt with a button-down t-shirt with a map on it and like pretty short shorts. But what an incredibly fun introduction to the whole song. Oh, hey.
Bless my soul, Herc was on a roll. Person of the week in every Greek opinion poll. What up?
So that's actually me singing down to a G sharp 1 in chest voice. Dum, dum, dum. Now, it's one of those mornings, so it's obviously a really good morning voice. And it's a relaxed tone. So I'm getting to the point now in my bass development where on really, really on low mornings, I'll have like a relaxed low A, or like maybe occasionally a G sharp. And I might have sung like a sharp G sharp and then tuned it down like a tiny bit, but it was definitely in the ballpark. And then usually can get even a bit lower than that if I kind of compress the sound. So definitely a lot of bass development. I mean, I could not have recorded this even a year ago, the way I did. So pretty proud. I think it's definitely my lowest recorded, my lowest official, chest recording note ever is this G sharp 1 here.
Bless my soul, her quiz on a roll. Person of the week in every Greek opinion poll. What a pro, her could stop a show. Born a man, a monster, and you're talking SRO.
So really, I'm pretty simple arrangement-wise going on, right? Manav's put it in a great place that we can build towards having, the big multi-tracked voices. But right now it's pretty simple. It's like bass line, percussion, Manav on lead, and then a couple other voices jump in, but pretty stripped down in this first section.
Her could stop a show. Born a man, a monster, and you're talking SRO. He was no one. 0, now he's a hot shot. He's a hero.
I'm so honored. He really served me up here in this video. I'm really just... Some of these screenshots are so the instructions were like, okay, Peter walks across the screen looking all sad and mopey about being a loser. And then the next one, he's like, his instructions were like, notice that you have muscles and then flex for the camera. Which is, it's difficult to make a, what do you call it? Not video instructions, can't think of the very obvious word right now. When you're planning out a video map, there's a word for it. It's actually really difficult to know what's going to work really well, especially with bits and things like that. So it's instructions for me to walk on all sad, have the guys laughing at me, and then notice I have muscles. It's hard to know for sure if that's going to turn out being a good bit in the video. And he absolutely nailed it. I mean, it's just perfect.
Could stop a show. Born a man, a monster, and you're talking SRO. He was no one. 0, now he's a hot shot. He's a hero. He was a kid with his act down pat. 0 to hero in no time flat. 0 to hero.
Just like that. It's really great. Manav's arrangement here is so good, and it's really great at going. The background voices going back and forth between saying syllables and saying and joining in for the text. So they're like, "Ooh, Apatana," just like that. Ooh, like stuff like that, where it'll be one part of the line will be like rhythmic backing syllables, and then the latter half of the line will be jumping in to match text on harmony with what's going on in the lead vocal.
What a pro, her could stop a show. Born a man, a monster, and you're talking SRO. He was no one. 0, now he's a hot shot. He's a hero. He was a kid with his act down pat. 0 to hero in no time.
So do Wapadana back down pat, do Wapadana no time flat, or vice versa.
He was a kid with his act down pat. 0 to hero in no time flat. 0 to hero. Just like that. With his smile.
I just love that from Bobby. Just like that.
Time flat. 0 to hero. Just like that. With his smile, the girls went wild.
This is an instruction that I actually took it upon myself to take it once. I really tried to every instruction Manav gave me. I tried to say yes and do a little just one up the craziness because I was having so much fun recording. I was like, let's just go for it. This one, I think the instruction was. I don't think there was an instruction to. I know Tommy at some point is wearing a dress, and I think I took that as like, oh, I'll also try to look like a girl. And so I put on like really short shorts and my wig. And what else am I wearing?
Just like that. With his mom, goes.
That's right. I did the Britney Spears like tuck with my tank top, wig, and then really short shorts. And then, of course, very overwhelmed at seeing this beautiful man walking on screen. This is so funny. I knew this. This is one where I knew it was going to be really funny. However, it turned out, and it turned out as well as it could have.
Zero to hero, just like that. With his mom, the girls went wild.
And I love how Manav's looking. Like he a lot of what Manav did in this video in the instruction is he had people clearly looking in certain directions, and then he's done a really good job in the video really making it look like we're looking at each other and interacting. So like he looks over, when he smiles the girls went wild, so he looks and then it pans over and it's like exactly where you would think he's looking to where I am on screen. It's so good, so good.
Just like that. With his mom, the girls went wild with those and they slapped his face.
Okay, let's appreciate. Now, there's so much to talk about, and I normally I don't talk about the video that much, but I have to with this one because the bits are so funny and it's worth giving context. But I will also flag musical things too, because musically it's a banger as well. This is to flag Bobby's really cool alternating subharmonic bass line here.
And they slapped his face on every vase, on every bar. From appearance fees and royalties, on her get cash to burn. Now.
So this instruction is pretty clear. Pit Vipers going through money. Did that, and then also we have Manav doing some really nice subharmonics on the side. Manav is like the king of subs. He has so much control, and he actually does like vocal exercises specifically for his subs and to maintain control and be able to jump around on intervals and stuff. Really incredible control. It made some of the bass lines in this song really hard because he's so good at subs, and the rest of us are good at them. Bobby's really good at them. Actually, they're all three other bass gang guys are probably better than I am at subs still. I'm getting better, but Manav definitely has more control than all of us, no question. So some of the demo lines is like, oh, like okay, yeah, Manav can do that pretty easily, but like that's gonna be tough for the rest of us.
Every bar, from appearance fees and royalties, on her get cash to burn. Now nouveau riche and famous, he could tell you what the Grecians are.
So there's me singing the bass line again, all the way down to low C's, and these are some like really relaxed, free, like bassy low C's, and this is how. It's not how my voice is all the time, but this is like pretty regular to how my voice is in the morning, like pretty full, relaxed, low C's. And then, like I said earlier, I can relax lower than that, usually down to like B flats, and then push even lower than that, usually. So it's a really nice development. I mean, the early 30s have been good for my bass vocals so far. And this is just like this is like, you know, just a nice sounding low acapella bass line, and I'm really proud that my voice has gotten to that point.
On her get cash to burn. Now nouveau riche and famous, he could tell you what the Grecians are. Say amen.
Been crazy. G1 subs from Manav there.
He could tell you what the Grecians are. Say amen. There he goes again. Sweet and undefeated and awesome 10 for 10. Folks lined up just to watch him flex. And this perfect package packed a pair of pretty pecs.
Listen to those backgrounds. And perfect the pecs on all the offbeats is so good. Also, this one, Manav's like, yeah, just walk on camera and then like as if a crowd were there, just like give a big flex. Pretty simple, but again, worked out really well. You got Marwan's checking his watch. Bobby's like, oh, what's going on over there? Manav's like waiting to see it, right? It's so funny.
He goes again, sweet and undefeated and awesome 10 for 10. Folks lined up just to watch him flex.
Yeah, we got to get a screenshot there. Hold on.
10 for 10. Folks lined up just to watch him flex.
Bang. What's up, baby? What's up?
And this perfect package packed a pair of pretty pecs. Up he comes, he sees, he conquers. Honey crowds were gone bonkers.
Tommy sounding so good in that upper chest range. Going. That's up to a high G from bass. Tommy P sounding absolutely phenomenal. And I love how everything cuts out before the backgrounds go, ooh, ah. So it's like everything cuts out, Tommy's lines coming in, and then we get Tommy going up to a big high note, and we get the rest of us belting. Really, really nice arrangement moment there.
Watch him flex. And this perfect package packed a pair of pretty pecs. Up he comes, he sees, he conquers. Honey crowds with God bunkers. He shows them Marchi, brains and spunk. 0 to hero, down a major hunk.
There's the Hoo-Wapadana major hunk as well. So we got another. Manav really loved the Hoo-Wapadanas in the Hoo-Wapadana, baby. Leave a comment for Hoo-Wapadana. How would you spell that?
Easy conquers, honey crowds with God bunkers. He shows them Marchi, brains and
So we gotta give a shout out to the bell tone. Marwan's very pleased somewhere.
package packed a pair of pretty pecs. Up he comes, he sees, he conquers. Honey crowds with God bunkers. He shows them Marchi, brains and spunk. 0 to hero, down a major hunk.
Honored.
And who the fuck?
And this is just like instructions to do anything, go crazy. This turns out, I think Manav is putting together like a really funny blooper reel, like a behind the scenes video. So I don't know what the status on that is, but I think a lot of those moments will come from this last part where we are just messing around. So I grabbed my piano and was as if I was playing it. And I don't know what the other guys have done yet. I'm excited to kind of watch it right now.
0 to hero. And who the fuck?
Air guitar, real guitar. Bobby doing the Squidward from the talent show.
0 to hero. And who the fuck? Oh, who put the gliding down?
Wait, Manav was drinking so. That's good, you know, that maybe that's a shout out to the original Disney movie. There's that hilarious part that looks kind of like that bottle where Pain, the chunky one, is wearing Hercules merchandise. He's wearing his shoes and he's drinking out of the cup when Hades is trying to bring him down. He's like, I am one day from rearranging the cosmos and you are wearing his merchandise. And he's just sipping out of this Hercules cup. Maybe that's a nod to that. If a deep cut, if Manav's a big fan of the movie. Wait, let me go back. That right there, that it even looks like it.
Oh, but the gliding gladiator, who stand deeds our great theater.
Tommy, come on. Insane G1. Insane.
Who stand deeds our great theater. Is he bold? Nobody's greater. Is he sweet? My favorite flavor.
That's very true to the Nothing's Greater is very true to the original. It's an interesting choice on Alan Menken and the other writers. That is he bold and then is he greater is like this. It's like a really background bassy kind of harmony. So that's very true to the original. Bobby did that very well. Is he bold? I can't remember how is he bold is said in the original, but it's not how I said it there. I did like an operatic thing.
Is he bold? Nobody's greater. Is he sweet? My favorite flavor. Hercules.
Okay, so this section here.
Is he sweet? My favorite flavor.
This is, yeah, I was like, use this if you want. I'm just gonna dance around with the light beer and the Vipers and the shirt open. So this is the full summer vibe. This, by the way, this beer is Tech-8. This is like the Bud Light of the Southwest. And I figured that was fitting for both the vibe of the video and because I'm now an Arizonian, a Phoenician. And so I'm just dancing around with a beer.
Is he
This whole
bold?
section.
Is he sweet? My favorite flavor. Hercules. My man.
Bobby fainting.
My man.
Oh, shout out to the ladies. Tommy's girlfriend and Vanessa. Shout out to the ladies. Hope y'all are doing well. That's really funny. They got to make an appearance.
My man.
The cat.
That's my soul.
Also, yeah, just a good groove this whole section. There's so much happening in the video, but musically just an absolute, we're grooving. We're having a good time. We're cheering for our boy Hercules. Fantastic.
My man.
So I did mix belt. Yeah, it's a tenor. Super. Wait, no, is it higher than that? Yeah, I think it's a... Yes, a tenor high D, and it is very like it's a strong belt up there. It's actually like I haven't done very many of those, at least in recording, but it's like a full on like Rocky belt. It's kind of back in the mix a little bit, but I'm actually very proud of the quality of that belt that came out. You can hear it layered in behind, but above Manav's. Yeah. So he's there. So that's the harmony. Open fifth on high G to super high D.
That's my soul. Herc was on a roll. Undefeated, riding high. The nicest guy.
But I didn't realize the incredible background changes happening all the time.
Undefeated, riding high. The nicest guy. Not conceded. He was nothing. Now he's a hot shot.
That's Marwan. I love that. Breakneck speed. Again on the offbeat. There's a lot of really cool offbeats that happen throughout this arrangement. Shout out to Marwan on that. High G, gorgeous high G belt.
I couldn't see it. He was nothing. Now he's a hot shot.
Yes.
From zero to hero. Hercules a hero. Now he's a hero. No. Yes, indeed.
Incredible. I love that walking back in the last section. God, Manav, you have really done it with this one, man. Wow. So on YouTube, guys, I mean, if you haven't gone and shown all the support in the world for the original, the link's in the description below. Go like it, comment, subscribe to Manav, share it everywhere. I mean, this is really an excellent acapella cover. It's an excellent acapella cover. It's a really good arrangement. I'm so proud of all of our vocals. The video's fantastic just to add to that. On streaming, it's going to go on all of our profiles, so go stream the heck out of it and then go watch the original on Manav's channel. Absolutely 10 out of 10. I could not be happier and more fulfilled and excited about this project. So thanks guys for sticking around. And I'm not sure what I'm recording next, but I will see you all back here in just a moment. Welcome back for video number 2 of this Bass Singers double or triple feature. We'll see, but this is video number 2. You've just watched Zero to Hero with Manav Sharma featuring the Bass Gang. So much fun. And here we are with this iconic cover from the Bobby Bass and Vinny. We have a low bass singer and a countertenor voiced together. So I'm very excited to actually listen to this whole version. And of course the music video came out, so I have not seen the music video yet. So that's what we're doing, guys. Once again, this is a reaction and analysis, so I will be pausing primarily to talk about vocal technique and the arrangement and other interesting musical elements that I see fit to talk about. If I enhance your bass singing experience, please do consider joining my Patreon community. We would love to have you over there, hanging out in the Discord server every day. And if that's too much for you, you can always donate one time, no commitment, on Buy Me a Coffee. Otherwise, check the affiliate links in the description as well for some cool offers there. Without further ado, guys, this is I See Fire by the Bobby Bass and Very, Very Vinny.
Oh, misty eye of the mountain below, keep careful watch of my brother's souls, and should the sky be filled with fire and smoke. Keep watching over during suns.
Ooh, okay. First of all, gotta get my pit vipers. BRB. Got him. Now, where were we? Back to the top, shall we? Yeah, I love, we have Bobby starting on a F sharp 1 subharmonic, and Vinny starting on a C sharp 5, so right above tenor high C, and that beautiful countertenor falsetto. So right at the start, and I think that's what makes this such a compelling start and such a compelling intro, is we have F sharp 1 to C sharp 5 right off the bat. So three and a half octaves within the first couple seconds. That is not something you hear very often. And of course, the timbres as well are just radically different between Vinny and Bobby. Now, I don't know what voice type Vinny is naturally. Countertenor is a specifically trained voice type because he doesn't speak up there, right? You kind of, if you have that innate ability to really access that male falsetto, then you kind of lean into that and then train it up a lot. That's how you become a countertenor. But you're not just a countertenor naturally. It's not a natural voice type like the other ones are. And I could get into the weeds with that as well. I won't, but I think that's this spread. I mean, just F sharp 1 to C sharp 5 is really what makes this introduction so captivating.
Oh, misty eye of the mountain below, keep careful watch of my brother's soul.
It's really cool to hear these two voices because they're so out of each other's way. I mean, Bobby's voice is a little bit panned to the right in the stereoscopic image, right? The sounds left to right. Vinny's is a little bit left, but even if they were right on top of each other, it would be crystal clear because their voices, their timbres, the frequencies they're kind of operating in are so radically different. And you guys know, Bobby genuinely has one of my favorite voices on the planet. I think it's the perfect example of like a basically any genre outside of opera, like a perfect low bass voice, meaning that it just has this smoothness and this ease to it. It's very much like an Avi Kaplan style bass, right? Where, you know, especially in a recording setting, also I would say even in a choir setting as well, would just absolutely blend perfectly. Opera's a whole weird can of worms that I won't get into, but Bobby is like the Avi 2.0, where it's just this glorious, warm, easy, you know, resonant sound. And I just can't get enough of it. I work with him all the time. Bobby and I are really good friends at this point. He's coming to visit me next month. He's going to come out here to Arizona, and we're going to go to Los Angeles together. Like, I love the guy. He's totally a good friend at this point, yet still, his bass vocals will always be on a pedestal to me. They just are some of my favorites in the whole bass game.
Keep careful watch of my brother's soul.
So there's just this glorious darkness and warmth and breathiness in the sound. And of course, he can put a lot more power into those low notes, which we'll probably hear in the song at some point. But right now, his natural state is just that. It's that breathy, warm, you know, fire-breathing tone. That, I mean, really, the first place we kind of heard that was with Avi, and that's where that bass tone got popularized. And Bobby and Avi are friends. We're going to be meeting Avi probably when we go to Nashville in November, which is really exciting. Bobby's already met him. I've not met him. And yeah, Bobby's like the Avi 2.0, for real.
And should the sky be filled with...
So that's up to F sharp 5. Yeah, all the way up to F sharp 5 for Vinny, and they're in octaves at that point. Bobby's sky, F sharp 3, so they're 2 octaves apart there.
Watch of my brother's soul, and should the sky be filled with fire and smoke.
Nice C sharp twos from Bobby. That's a perfect example of Bobby in that wheelhouse low bass range that continues to get lower as well. Is that like C sharp to B flat area? Bobby's voice is just so full and warm and resonant. It's just excellent. Not all the time, but when his low notes are strong, I would say down to like B flat, real solid.
Be filled with fire and smoke. Keep watching over during suns.
Before we go on, really nice instrumentation too. We got some strings in there. I don't know who's playing. I'll have to actually let me see if it's in the descrizione. Guitar by Liam. So they must have gotten some really nice string samples if it's not mentioned in here. Cool. Very cool. Huge D sharp 1 sub. A G1 sub. No. F sharp 1 sub, excuse me. So now we just have guitar and hums, just beautiful blending on hums with these backing harmonies while I always found this song really interesting. You know, I never loved Ed Sheeran's version, quite frankly. I thought the introduction was so compelling and so cool. And the rest of the song just never hit for me. It just never really hit. So I'm hoping that Vinny and Bobby bring a full version that really hits the whole time. The intro is obviously fantastic.
If this is to end in fire, then we should all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night.
I mean, I love Vinny's voice singing high notes far more than I love Ed Sheeran's voice singing high notes. I'll say that. I don't care if that's shady. Vinny's got a phenomenal upper range. So what's interesting here is we do get Vinny's voice in 2 octaves. We get it in his natural tenor. So it's not even high yet. We're only going up to C sharp 4. So that's not even really tenor range. Low tenor range in that true chest voice connection, and then we're getting also in his countertenor singing 1 octave above. So we get Vinny's beautiful voice in 2 octaves here.
If this is to end in fire, then we should all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night. Calling out, Father, oh, prepare as we will. Watch the flames burn, all burn on the mountainside.
His voice is so... You know, his voice, listening to it here, is like the tenor / countertenor version of Bobby's voice. It's this really... Despite being really high, it is still warm, and it's got breathiness to it, and it's like welcoming. It's very pleasing and calming. I'm sure he could rev it up and do some more rock style vocals, but here we are getting like that Avi Kaplan breathy bassiness, but in the like tenor version. I was just wondering, I mean, the timbre is remarkably similar given how far apart they are. Obviously Bobby's voice is going to be darker because it's much lower and it's natural for a bass voice, but really interesting kind of parallels there between at least the approach they're taking together on this song. The way Vinny's voice blends in those upper harmonies reminds me of the way Bobby's voice blends, for example, when we're singing in the bass gang together. Really cool.
Oh, prepare as we will. Watch the flames burn, all burn on the mountainside high. And if we should die tonight, then we should all Raise a glass of wine for the last time.
I love the color differences we're getting from Bobby from the start of really the first motif. And then the second time when he repeats that phrase, he intentionally puts more vocal fold closure and more resonance into the sound. So we get what we were talking about earlier at the start, which is this beautiful, breathy, warm tone. And then while he maintains that darkness, he adds squealo, he adds cut, which comes from vocal fold closure into the sound on the second one. And this inherently increases volume, and it's also in a recording context where volume doesn't change much. It's going to increase the intensity of the sound, giving us a lot of vocal color contrast just in the first 10-15 seconds of him singing.
And if we should die tonight, then we should all die together. Raise a glass of wine.
Raise a glass of wine. So that wine, right? The phrase starts breathy, and then you can feel it kind of turn on, and that's when that vocal fold closure increases.
Die together. Raise a glass of wine for the
Back to being breathy.
calling out, Father, oh.
Calling out for instead of calling out. Right, he's getting into that. Bobby has done a little bit of training in the classical world, so he can tap into a little bit of that nice, more powerful singing when needed, and we're getting just a great example of that here.
For the last time, calling out, Father, oh, prepare as we will watch the flames burn hard on the mountainside.
Low octave in there somewhere. There's also both of their voices are really beautifully multi-tracked, so it's not just one singular voice. That's the main idea, but when you multi-track a vocal, it gives a much bigger atmosphere to the voice. And you can hear it really clearly in nice headphones. Sometimes if you're listening on AirPods, it almost sounds just like you just don't even think about it. But we can really hear it. You can hear the individual tracks they've done and just notice how it really beefs up the sound and makes it more godlike, right?
Prepare as we will watch the flames burn hard on the mountainside.
There was it. Flames burn on and on. Down to that low A, he sings a beautiful low chest line below his lead line, but I don't think he sings the rest of that phrase.
Flames burn hard on the mountainside. Desolation comes upon the sky.
Bobby with the beat. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. So this is all the way down to a low A. A1, super, super low. You know, a half step below the really low Rachmaninoff, super low bass line. And this is Bobby still maintaining that beautiful, relaxed, low bass singing. Now Bobby has been known to have this low of a note. I've seen him do it throughout the day, but it's not normal. Normally, he says he's very solid down through low C all day, every day. And then on a good day for low notes, he'll have a nice B flat all day. So the A could either be a freakish day for Bobby, or it's very likely Bobby with some very nice morning voice going on. But either way, absolutely stunning. Bobby's getting vipers. See, you got to treat different bass singers differently. So when Jeff sings low A's, we're used to Jeff pumping out low A's. You know, Jeff doesn't get vipers for low A's, but Bobby, because we don't get to hear him singing a long sustained line of low A's very often, we're giving him vipers.
Desolation comes upon the sky.
And it's just glorious. I mean, is that not glorious? Come on.
Now I see fire.
Oh no, they're fighting.
Inside the mountain I see fire. Burning the trees, and I see fire. Hollowing souls
even though it's a simple arrangement, I still definitely like it more than the original. It's just more interesting with their voices. I remember, so to make this, I forgot they were together. So Vinny went to Bobby's place in Colorado Springs, and I just visited him there actually a couple months ago. I went there for a few days. And I remember Bobby talking about the caves that they went to film this, and now the memories are all being jogged now. So Vinny went to Colorado for about a week to hang out with Bobby and shoot this video and a bunch of their short form content that's done so well. There is a cave nearby, maybe near Garden of the Gods or something, where they actually filmed this. So cool. I forgot at the start of this video that they were actually together when they filmed this.
I see fire burning the trees, and I see fire.
Now these sound effects are probably not in their Spotify release version. Like I said, I was intentionally not listening to all of it, so I could do this video. But I'm guessing this is just for the music video.
Trees, and I see fire, hollowing souls. I see fire, blood in the breeze, and I hope that you're in that. And if the night is burning, I will cover my eyes. For if the dark returns, then my brothers will die.
Like from a production side, it's very simple, right? We just have like stomp clap here, and then the rest of it's just like probably 8 to 12 of their voices multi-tracked in harmonies. So it's very simple, but it's really powerful, and their voices together is really nice. But yeah, here it's just a beautiful blend of voices with a stomp clap going on. I mean, that's all that's happening here. Of course, with all the audio engineering side on what creates a final mix and such, but arrangement wise, it's very simple.
Returns, then my brothers will die, and as the sky is falling down, it crash into this lonely town, and with a shadow upon the ground, I hear my people screaming out. I see fire.
This is funny that Bobby and I got to shoot in a giant cave together for Be Prepared with the Bass Gang. I'll leave that here if you guys haven't seen it. And Vinny and Bobby got to shoot together for I See Fire in a cave. We love the cave shoots and the hoods and goofing around in the cave. This looks like they're trying not to crack smiles during this moment. Obviously, I know he's about to laugh. Brother Achilles.
Inside the mountain, I see fire, burning the trees, and I see fire, hollowing souls. I see fire, blood in the breeze.
Now remember, see the original, and I don't listen to the original. Like I said, I'm not super convinced by it outside of the intro. It's very repetitive. So it's so much more interesting. At least we get a really awesome low bass voice and a really high tenor voice to keep it captivating. And they're slowly adding more harmonies to it, right? The background's staying relatively similar, although they are adding little percussive elements and things as they go through. So I think like they haven't changed the arrangement much really from the original, but just because of the elements that are involved, it has made it much more interesting. I could listen to these two sing together all day. Around this last section, we get all these these big harmonies in the background, really filling it out. Before we didn't have that. So they've done a nice job of revving up the arrangement as it goes through.
Trees, and I see fire, hollowing souls. I see fire, blood in the breeze. I see fire. Oh, you know I saw the city inside the mountain. I see fire. Feel the heat upon my skin. The tree.
And okay, so this final section now, they've added this kind of echoing normal, I see fire, and then they'll have a line where they, something that's out. It's kind of like a descant where that's in sacred music, and the final repeat of the text, if you're going through the last cycle of text, you will generally have a soprano voice singing a new melody over top of everything, and it's called a descant. And it's pretty standard in especially repetitive music, going into the final chorus of a song, to have something new, like a higher belt line, or a higher soprano line or something to create interest in that last verse. And so we're getting that here with Vinny, and I think Bobby's doing it too, but Vinny's the more highlighted part.
Oh, I saw the city inside the mountain. I see fire. Feel the heat upon my skin.
Yeah, they're both doing it.
I see fire.
High A, A5, almost up to soprano high C there for Vinny.
Do you think flattery will keep you alive?
That's a line from Smaug. I love doing Smaug's voice. What's another good line from him? Oh no, I'm blanking now. The Smaug's one of my favorite impressions to do. Whenever I make my demo reel for voiceover, it's going to be Smaug lines. Fantastic. And there's our thumbnail that we're used to. I think Vinny's closer to as tall to Bobby as he's seen here. This would mean he was like 5'6", but I think when they were walking together earlier, he was closer to. And obviously, I don't give a shit one way or another. Bobby's got me by like 3 inches, but it's fun. It's always funny to see singers who have worked together online then together. That was a big talk when people finally saw me and Bobby and Tommy together. Is like Tommy is so tall, like way taller than both of us, and Bobby's obviously taller than I am, but I think Vinny's taller than he's pictured here. Anyway, great cover. I mean, really, I like it a lot more than the original. The intro is still the best part. Just a really captivating, well-written intro to the song. So shout out to Ed Sheeran for that, for sure. Credit where credit's due. Some glorious low notes from Bobby, some glorious high notes from Vinny. The vocal blend was just absolutely stunning. Really, really nice. Oh, here's another line. Is it? What is it? It's like they valued your life and saw it worth nothing or something.
They valued your life and saw it worth nothing.
Oh, and then there's the
I am fire. I am death.
Right? Come on. This with this trash. I need to get a new microphone. Go check out my wish list on Amazon. I've got some nice microphones on there, courtesy of Jojo Otsedu, great bass singer and great voiceover artist, recommended me some really good microphones. I'm really rambling, guys. I'm really rambling, aren't I? Okay, this is part 2 of probably part 2 of 2. This is going to be about an hour total. So if I don't see you here in a few seconds, I'll see you in the next Bass Singer compilation. Guys, please do check out my Patreon community. I'd love to have you there. If you loved this hour-long feature, tell me about it. What did you love about bassing out for an hour? Because this is what we're doing from now on, all right? When we do bass stuff, it's a lot of bass stuff and acapella stuff, okay? I love you guys. Thanks for the support.
I'll see you in the next one. Bye.